Hey guys, it's Liz Hogan with STX. Today I'm giving you a tutorial on how to use and install the ProForm Pocket from STX on the Exult 600. Be sure to check out the description below for all the materials needed in this tutorial. Let's get to the top string. So today we're going to be going over how to string your STX ProForm Pocket. As you can see, it comes with the pre-strung runner, and then what we need to do is we need to take our leathers so that the outside leathers look similar to how these inside leathers look. To do that, you're going to keep the rough side up facing you with the STX smooth side facing down. You're going to take the straight edge side, not the pointed side, and curl that back towards the leather. You're going to take the leather then, the pointed side, and drive it through the pre-made slit and pull through. So when you pull through, you have that loop created again. You have this sticking out towards the rough side. Okay, so it's very important that you don't end up with the smooth side up and that you end with that little extra piece towards the back. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other leather. Smooth side down, heel it towards you, and then go ahead and create a loop. Okay, so now we have our leathers all ready to go. We need to move on to our top string. So for our top string, we're gonna do a double overhand knot, which is just making 2 loops, like so, and then driving that extra piece through the 2 loops and pull tight. Starting with the 3rd hole down on the sidewall, we're going to take our top string, go from the outside to the inside, and pull tight. We're then going to take from the back side, going down in to the front side of the scoop, and pull that string through. You want to make sure that you come in through that loop so you can grab that string as you're coming back up. Next, we're going to take one of our leathers that we just did, move our top string through it so that the pointed side is towards the back of the head. And then similar to what we just did, but opposite, we're going to go from the front of the head towards the back of the head. Then again, we have this loop that we just created, and we're going to pull through. So at this point, you can tighten that leather up a little bit so that now we have that first leather installed. Next, we're going to go again from the back side of the head to the front of the head, pulling through that loop we just created. So after that, we're going to attach our ProForm pocket, similar to how we did our leather. We have that loop that's created. We're going to take our top string, pull it through the loop, and then again, opposite of what we just did, coming from the front side to the back side and through that loop, pulling tight. Then we're going to repeat the exact same process. Go from the back side to the front side, pulling nice and tight. Make sure that ProForm is out of the way. And then again, through that second loop now. And then from the back side, or from the front side to the back side, and pulling tight. We're going to attach our last leather now, just how we've been doing. From back to the front, going to go through that loop, making sure that this is towards the back side, then from the front, through that loop, pulling tight. And then again, from the 3rd hole, we're going to drive through and double overhand knot. So now that your leathers are all attached securely, we need to attach them to the base of the head, the throat. So how we're going to do that is we have 4 pieces of sidewall, and each one we're just going to put a singular knot on the top. So just 1 loop and pull through. And you're going to do that for all 4. So go ahead and do that. So then you'll notice at the bottom of each section of the leather, there's a hole. We want to take our sidewall string or top string that we just created and pull it through from the back side to the front side so that knot is on the back. And then we're just going to simply bring it through its respective hole. So we're going to do that for all 4 leathers. Hole. Going through again to that knot's on the back side. Doing the other one. Again, both of these need to go through the throat holes. So this one will go through this one. This one. And then our final one. So once we have all 4 strings going through, we are going to simply combine the 2 inner knots together and do just a regular overhand knot, combining both of them. So basically just make a loop and then guide both edges through, and then pull tight. And then our outside ones we want pretty tight, and we're just going to do single knots for them. So 1 loop and through, again keeping the outside as tight as we can so we can create that channel. And then same thing on this outside, pulling nice and tight, making that circle through, pull tight. Now at this point you can probably trim these guys up, especially the middle ones. You won't need to adjust that much. The outside ones you'll want enough to maybe cross them over just so you have enough room to adjust them if you need. And then you're going to go ahead and just burn all the edges to make sure they don't fray. Okay, so that is attaching your ProForm center runner and the leathers. We got the top string there, and we have the bottom strings. So now we're going to move on to our sidewall. So our sidewall, you're going to take your 2 sidewall strings. Again, you're going to double knot just like we did with the top string, creating 2 loops. So, and then pulling tight. We're going to use the same hole that we used before for our top string, driving it from the outside to the inside. We're going to skip a hole and then just come in from the come out from the inside and then go back. We're going to do that for the next 2 holes. So same thing, from the inside in and then driving it out. So now since we're stringing with Exult, we want to leave this one free so that the ball can grip it. We're going to skip that one and we're going to go right to here. So now we're going to do our normal sidewall, which is just like our top string, where you take the string from the outside, bring it to the in, and then you have this loop that you're creating. So you go from the outside, in, you have a loop, and then you pull tight. And you notice if I pull up, it gets set a little bit tighter too, so that's why I do that. And then in your last hole, you go from the inside out, and you just double overhand knot. Then all we're going to do is the exact same thing to the other side. So we got a double overhand knot. Again, we're going to go from that same hole that we used before. We're going to skip a hole, then from the inside of the head, come up, go down, come up, go down. Then we're going to skip the next 2 holes, and then again from the outside in, pulling through that loop, pulling nice and tight, skip a hole, skip a hole, and then finish off going from the inside out and double knot. So there you have it, your ProForm pocket. We have the top string and now the sidewalls all attached and ready to go. So now we're just ready for the crosslace.